You know what I was like during my glory days, do you?
Don't try to do me like that. You wild. Damn.
What's up, y'all? It's another
My shit
episode of
still
that
lagging?
podcast called Formerly Tapped In.
Oh,
We can't
My
see you though,
camera's
Eric.
fucked up. I know my camera's fucked up. Nigga, did you just introduce the show? What the fuck?
yeah, bro.
I didn't
you
even-
smoking.
I didn't even get the name right. I said Formerly Tapped In. Formerly Tapped In.
Damn, bro.
FKA, formerly known as Tapped In. Damn,
Yeah.
come on, Marcus.
You got it, bro.
Do you want to do it or?
Dig deep. No, you can do it. I'm just trying to get my camera situated. I don't know what the fuck is going on with it.
Is your Zoom
You
up,
feel
baby?
me?
He was just on there.
I think it's just my
There it
internet
is.
is really fucked up. Oh, you know what it is? You know what it is?
What happened?
I'm real close to my internet data threshold. So, they start slowing
Yikes.
shit down at that point.
Oh,
You drive
that's-
me?
Yeah.
yeah.
Bro,
Sounds
it's
like-
crazy. It's crazy
me-
that you're the only one out of us that work for a internet company and you got the worst internet.
Right.
Get a cup, man. You got kids.
Why would I get a cup? This is my juice. They
You
got
got-
their own juice. This is mine.
Keep in his room.
I
His
buy
personal
my
space.
own juice specifically so I don't have to use cups, nigga. I ain't trying to waste dishes. You feel me? Welcome to a podcast formerly known as Tapped In. I am your host, Eric, the Dark One, Mr. Negativity, Mr. Bad Energy. You know what it is. Still keeping it real secretive out here. I don't have nobody.
Oh.
I don't tell nobody my business, and I don't leave
tell it
my
all,
house
though.
usually. You know what I'm saying,
Okay.
Alex? As always, we got Lord Omega Marcus here, looking real
Yes.
angry right now. You looking
Yeah,
real
you know.
feisty. What's going
Oh.
on?
The scowling one. That's what they call me, man.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? I was just chopping up onions in the kitchen for 6 hours. You know what I mean?
I like that.
Over an open flame, charbroiled. You know what I mean?
What was the occasion?
Just another day.
Just
You know what I mean? Yes, sir. Yep.
It's
I
it's
respect it, I
Thursday.
respect
That's
it.
what
It's
it is.
it's a
That's the occasion.
Thursday.
It's
You know what I
Thursday.
mean?
Casual.
Yes. we
Also,
go.
we got young Alex here with this men's lubriderm, Mr. Lubrication, Mr. Never been ashy in his fucking life. You
Not
will
one
never
single
see
day.
a speck of ash on this man. What's good,
Wearing
Alex?
some fly ass shades.
Man, Marcus, where did I get these from?
Hey, yo, those shades was made for you, Alex. I must
so
say.
cute. I
You know what I
agree.
mean?
Just rip my
You got
face
that from
off,
Destiny. You know what I mean?
And they match my hoodie. Like,
Yes, sir.
I'm good though. I'm living life lavish.
I can't see this, but that's
Eric,
me.
your
Shade.
internet's cutting out, Eric. We can't see that.
We can't see or hear you.
Y'all see it.
Nah,
Y'all see it.
we can't
Y'all
make
Is that
see
that.
it.
Alex?
No,
Yeah,
Alex is right.
that is me actually.
Yeah.
That's pre dreads. That's pre locked up. Alex got it.
No, my
Yeah.
head.
No, he got locks in there.
No, that shit wasn't locked up.
That wasn't?
I'm fucking around.
No, I don't know.
Fucking-
I dyed my hair blonde.
And last but not least, we got a special guest with us. Young Tay, what's good? Young
What's up?
talk your shit. What's popping? What's good in the
Well,
metaverse?
I'm not young Tay. I'm old Tay. I'm a mother. I got kids. So that is what it is.
Talk about it.
Another parent on the pod. That's wild. It's a
Okay,
parent
we need,
pod
That's
we need a
now.
whole
crazy.
segment, Eric.
Huh?
We need
Yeah.
a segment.
Oh yeah, this the parent hour. I'm about to gripe about how
Oh
much
my God.
my kids piss me off.
Like I love them,
And-
but fuck those kids.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's real.
That's
How-
the gist of the parent hour.
How old are your kids? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm old enough to know better. They are 4 and 1.5.
Okay.
My daughter's rude as shit.
That's old
Will
enough.
punch you in the face. My baby girl. And then my
Tell her to
son
get a job, honestly.
will tell you what it is. It doesn't care how you feel.
I
Is your
respect
son a
I
COVID
basically
baby?
made them by myself, you know.
Yeah.
Also, I got my third kid here with me,
Zuko.
Hey, Zuko.
young Zoo.
Zuko's so cute. Look at
Get
that.
off me.
Oh, he just bit you. Yo, that'd be crazy. What if we entered a pod with just you getting attacked by Zuko? Yeah, that'd be fucking hilarious.
What's going on at Eric's house?
Hey, set
We fight sometimes. It goes down. You know, he be trying me.
How
He
old
be
is
trying to
he?
throw hands. Zoo, he just turned he just turned 6 in August.
My dog's old as shit. He's 14.
Yo, Bingo
Jesus
is old as shit.
Christ.
I'm surprised. I don't know how Bingo's still alive.
No, dude, like
Bingo's a hell dog.
I was over at my parents' house.
He's a hell.
Bingo was just like limping around. Like she's been blind for like probably a year now, and I think she's
Like
going
half
deaf.
her life.
Alex, that dog is suffering right now, bro.
Alex,
That's not my call. That's my
You want me
You
to book
gotta
a
let
flight?
that
Alex,
dog
I'll book
go.
a flight and put Bingo down.
No, you won't.
What are you gonna do?
Yo, man, I got some.
Bingo is the
I got
Bingo's
some
the
trauma
first
from
head
Bingo.
of Cerberus.
Bingo, fuck Bingo.
Bingo will never die.
What kind of
I
dog?
know.
is he? I don't know
It's
her.
all-
She's a Pomeranian. She's like
the worst
She's like-
Pomeranian ever.
she's cute around like family, but like as soon as she gets around anyone else, she's like the worst dog ever. She'll like bark and she'll like piss.
She bit
She
me.
gets scared. She bit Marcus.
She would bite and piss, and then she would always be like trying to break through the door of your mom's bedroom. Because after a
Yeah.
while, y'all realize Bingo just can't be over with guests.
So we lock her up, but then she'll just like bark until like the people leave.
'Cause
And
it's
like
her
Bing-
house.
Bingo's not gonna die. She's just gonna slowly just keep decaying until she's
Yeah, the
just
worst ones never die
a
quick.
skeleton. Yeah.
It's funny because like my uncle was over for Thanksgiving and Bingo's blind, but she could smell my uncle. So like when she smelled him, she started barking. But then he left like for 20 minutes and she's still barking because she couldn't see that he actually left the house.
Oh, she could still smell. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Let
See,
that dog go.
I'm
I'm
like,
sorry.
Bingo's 13 years old, and Domino was only 9 when he had to go. And Domino was the sweetest boy ever.
Shouts out Domino. What kind of dog
Shouts
is
out
Shout out to
Domino?
Domino. I like Domino.
Domino was a black lab, but he was like a mini horse. Like he was massive.
Older or big dogs don't live that long. My parents'
don't.
dog died too. His name was Bruno. He's a Weimaraner, and he died in March or April.
Weimaraner?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm about to show how old I really am. Did y'all ever watch Sesame Street growing up?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. That's not you're not
Okay,
old for
so do
Sesame.
you
How-
remember-
okay, you're not that-
no,
okay.
listen, check it out. You know the part on Sesame Street where it was like Elmo's World or Mr. Noodle or some shit, and there was a dog that they dressed up as a person, and that dog would paint.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, that's the kind of dog Bruno is. Nobody ever knows what I'm talking about when I say that, and I'm like, what was your childhood? Were
I
you
know
birth?
exactly what dog you're talking about.
I know what you're talking about, but I didn't know that was from Sesame Street. I just have like a stray memory of a painting dog.
Of that thing? That was
Yeah.
Sesame Street.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, that's
Yeah.
dope.
Yes. R.I.P. Bruno, pour some out for him.
R.I.P. Bruno.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Bruno.
Dom.
That's
R.I.P.
okay.
Bingo. She not dead, but when she do die,
It's
I'm gonna
coming up.
get Bingo tatted on me, low key.
She needs an
Sure.
airbrush shirt.
Zuko's
Yo,
big.
that's fire, actually. That's a
That
good
would
idea.
that'd be. Do you have a good picture of Bingo?
I feel
no,
like it's better
'cause
than the bad
she always
picture.
acting up.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just
she's
like a
blurring all her
little,
pictures.
like a little brown blur.
Yeah.
I know one thing. When Zuko dies, I die. That it's just.
You
it's
don't have
just
long,
not-
nigga.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I hope your kids are ready for that. I'm about
That's
to
just-
message
that's
Ghost
just
Age
how it
right
is.
now.
Tell me to get the chicken out the oven or the fridge.
We're not getting into that. The parent hour is over.
All right.
Give it. Yeah. We
What's our
back
topic?
again with another installment. Damn, nigga, can I finish the intro? We ain't finished the intro, bro.
I didn't know you was doing anything right now.
I was about to talk, but you interrupted me.
Hey, go ahead. then,
Anywho,
man.
before I was rudely in my turn.
Oh my god.
Please do not start that. I'll just end it. I can't do that. I can't
I'm
do that.
not gonna start that shit
That's-
again.
that's
I'm
a
fucking
trigger
around.
for
I'm
me.
not gonna start that again. I know.
Hey,
Every time I do it, I see how pissed off you really get.
Man.
I'm not doing it no more. But yeah,
Start the shit.
what do we do here, Marcus? I'm trying. Goddamn.
You know what? Also, what
You
it is?
edited in this episode, you piece
No,
of shit.
Eric. You know what it also is? There's like a little delay, and so that delay happens like right at the end of our patience with one another, and so you're talking over me and I'm talking over you, but there is like some time. Like you were like, all right, what do we and then my voice came in and then it like starts us over.
I see. Okay.
So I'm gonna just be quiet. I'm gonna just
Got
be
it,
quiet.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah. So what's going on?
Talk about it. Please, for the love of God.
Man, this shit weak.
Oh shit. Fuck. Yeah, Marcus, what do we do here at a podcast formerly known as Tapped In? What is our mission?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Eric D. Andrews. And I'll tell you, we talk about movies and shows and games and music. We talk about all that pop culture nerdy shit that we've grown to love and adore in our lifetimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Pop culture. We are experts, all of us. Today we are talking about what? I'm honestly not sure.
Well, we can start off with taste topic.
Yeah.
You want to introduce that since you brought it to the table?
Oh yeah, you got a
Sure.
topic for us. So what's up?
I guess I don't know what you look for in an introduction, but essentially I was I was showing off on Instagram that I'm an incredibly bad bitch and I'm cool and I'm smart and I'm nerdy. Much like you, I like all of those things, but I'm also into books. And so something I did at work recently got me into the Washington Post. Yes, the Washington Post.
Hey, congrats.
It's available. Someone will put it in the
Flex.
comments. So I was bragging on myself, as one does. I put it on Instagram on my story, and a friend who interestingly also has a podcast, saw the article, whatever, was hyping me up. And then like the first question they asked was, wait, you don't have the same last name as your husband? The fuck? No. Why would I? Who cares? Also, why is that why you're asking? And so being an internet shit talker, I came to some of my favorite internet shit talkers, and that's why I'm here. I wanted to know what y'all thought about that. Because someone put it on his story. He asked me, he was like, do you mind if I talk about it on my story? And I don't care. I don't mind because I'm not going to go out there and change my last name. And I'm not going to change my mind about why I won't do it. But it seemed like a lot of the men who responded, well, actually, he only asked men. That was the other thing I thought was interesting. He only asked men what they thought. And it was like, would you wife a woman if she wouldn't take your last name? And a lot of them were just like, no, that's a deal breaker. And I'm just like, why does that matter?
That's crazy.
So much?
That is kind of crazy.
Where's he from? Let me ask that.
He's a military brat.
Okay.
Like
How
me.
old is he?
But he also, what's that area? I'm not familiar with like the suburbs of Omaha, but he's from one of them. Like
Is it
Bellevue?
or Papillion or some shit.
Oh,
like that, I think.
Ralston.
Gotcha.
I
No,
bet
not
it's Ralston. That
Ralston.
sounds like some Ralston. Oh damn. What's his age range? Is he like our age, young, older?
Well, I feel like all four of us are the same age, but I am a little bit older than you guys. Like I think I'm a year or two ahead of you in school.
We're about in the
right?
same
You're,
age
you're,
range.
you're only a year older than me. You're 29.
Okay, so
I'm
he
28.
was in school and college. I met him in college. We were in college.
So he's like
together
our
the
age.
same year.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like our age. He's not old. He's a father. He's a
Okay.
co-parent. He's not with the mother. But he
Real
also said to
quick-
me, he was like, you know what? I never planned to get married, but if I did, that's the least she could do. And that sent me. I was like,
What does that mean?
what? What do you mean?
She's getting
What do you
married.
mean by
She's
that?
choosing to spend her life with. That's the least she
What
could
do you
do.
mean by that? Marcus and Alex, what are y'all's opinions on this? I assume that we all share the same opinion, but to be clear, y'all think this is ridiculous, correct?
I'm gonna take Alyssa's last name.
Her.
I'm
I
just
mean,
kidding. But I don't
So
care.
you could, Marcus Moore.
I feel like- Alex, what do you think?
Exactly.
I don't care either. I mean, that's the least of my
Damn.
concern from getting married. The only thing that I can think of, and I don't even know if this is a thing or not, but like having the same last name, does that affect like taxes or like insurance or anything like that? Or does that matter at all?
No,
No.
it does not
Then no,
matter
I
at
don't,
all.
I don't care then. Like that's irrelevant then.
It is 100% preferential. Sometimes I think that we're all too progressive. Like I feel like when
Us?
it comes to
Really?
things, yeah, because
Oh, because
like,
we don't have
always,
that.
like with topics like this, we always agree. Yeah, there's no like
Yeah.
debate because we all agree, and it becomes a little circle jerk.
We're just too good of friends.
That's true.
I'm about to get
yeah.
conservative. I'm about to
Also,
buy a gun.
also we're
I'm about to take the vaccine out of me with olive oil extract
No, you need
Immaculate.
ivermectin.
what the fuck?
and put an American flag where my Jamaican flag is.
Also, we're all too smart and handsome, so it's really difficult for us to just have bad
Dude.
opinions.
It's too
Um,
hard to have
Yeah.
3 baddies on a podcast consistently. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much handsome for one screen.
Okay,
Eddie.
we're getting off track. Okay, but my opinion as someone who has been married, I think it's pretty irrelevant. Like maybe if you want to be traditional, that's fine. But for it to be like a deal breaker or like a strict requirement, I think that's ridiculous and also a little maybe teetering. Well, the shit that he was saying is for sure misogynistic. Talking about that's the least she could do. Like what are you like recruiting her? What the fuck are you doing?
Right.
It doesn't sound like they're forming a partnership. It sounds like they are she's like aligning with his like dictatorship. But other than that, I don't really see a purpose in it. Like if people, because some people's last names means a lot to them. Like
Yeah.
well, a lot of like a lot of black people, our names are like names that freed slaves picked. But like Marcus, what's your last name, Marcus? Murray?
Murray, why?
Was that like a Jamaican last name?
No, my name, I mean, so a lot of black names come from the people who owned them. So mine is an Irish last name because the
okay, that
plantation
makes
where the
sense.
Murrays come from at the time of them, like having
Yeah.
being freed of slaves. So, and that's like
Well,
a
it doesn't-
fucked up thing now is that
Yeah.
so many of us have colonial names.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so like, I don't know.
I guess it doesn't really apply to like African Americans or black people, but some people like really
Are into that.
are into their like their last names, like that means something to them, and if they don't want to give that up, they shouldn't have to.
Is this homie white?
No,
Good question.
Interesting.
he's
Okay.
black. He's black and Mexican.
For some reason, it's not
Interesting.
surprising to me that he's black.
So Tate, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
So I guess I have 2 questions. So I guess the first one is, if you don't mind me asking, why did you decide to keep your last name? And then the second question would be, are their names hyphenated then at that point, or did they take one of the others, or how does that work?
Those are some good
No, that's
questions.
a good question. Those are good questions. So, like, you can hear my loud ass kids in the back too. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
I'm not the only
All the
one.
way. What'd you say, Alex or Eric?
Oh, no, I said this-
I said I'm not the only one.
No, it's not just you. That's one of my favorite parts when I listen back. Like, oh, Eric's kids. But I actually never intended or planned on getting married or having kids. So it was nothing I ever really thought about. Like, not judging people who do feel that way, but I've always been just very like career oriented and career driven. And now that I'm turning into an anti-capitalist, what I really realize is I was just looking for freedom. And I didn't feel like with what I saw as motherhood and being a wife, I didn't see that available. Fortunately for me, that is very much available in the partner that I have. So that's one part of it. But the other part too is like, once I did think about, oh, I might marry this nigga. Okay. My last name, boo, 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 whatever. You know how dumb Tayangeli Owens sounds? Because y'all are calling me Tay because you know me from way back when, but now I don't go by that to like new people I meet or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Tayangeli Owens. That sounds fucking stupid. Tayangeli Leon
You go by your full
sounds
name
pretty
now.
good. What'd you say?
You go by your full name now.
Yeah, I go by my full name now because
Okay.
it makes white people mad.
Respect it.
Which is
Thank you.
Cheangeli.
Respect it.
Yeah, Tayangeli.
Okay.
Cheangeli. Okay.
But you guys can call me Tay. I don't mind.
Nah, I'm gonna call you Cheangeli because everybody tried to call me Mark, and I hate that.
You're
name.
not a
Who
Mark.
tries to call you
I'm a
Mark?
Marcus.
That's crazy.
I've never heard anyone call you Mark.
Every
Why would
that's
you
'cause
shorten
y'all
a short
know.
name?
That's
That's
ugly.
because that goes into the circle jerk. Like at the very foundation of our friendship, even though y'all don't see it, it's I'm a very anti-Mark calling me Mark for short. But people
I
people
don't
will try some
understand that,
slick shit
though.
like that.
I've met many a Marcuses, but I've
Mark
never
High,
won.
if you
That's
will.
not my name
Mark
either.
High, if you will.
What the fuck?
It's the plural of Marcus. Whatever.
Okay,
Mark-
all right.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, I've never I felt the urge to shorten it. Why would you shorten a short
And
name?
that's-
I feel like
and that's why
like
we're such
calling
good
me
friends.
Air or calling Alex Al.
People do call
Alex, wait a minute. I feel like we may have addressed this before, but I have to ask because
me. My
I'm
name is not
sure.
Alexander. It's just
Thank
Alex.
you. Okay, thank you.
Oh,
It's just
I love
Alex.
Alex.
I already knew what you're about to ask. It's just
I
Alex.
feel like I've asked you this probably 30 times.
People ask me that shit all the time.
Yeah. Okay, I have another question for you, Teanjali.
Oh, but hold on. My kids have their father's last name, and I don't feel any way about that. Like,
Okay.
I am attached to my last name only because it sounds good. My goal in life is to one day be able to just go by Teanjali, like Madonna or Beyonce or Cher or whatever.
How do you do that?
I like that. Yeah, that's tight.
I don't know what I'll do, but maybe it'll work out for me.
I think
but
you can just do that.
My last name came from Spanish colonizers. My last name also comes from somebody who I don't have a good relationship with and who like abused my mom. So like it was her stepdad. So like, fuck you. I don't like your, whatever.
Right.
It dies here. So I'm not even passing it along.
Yeah,
but
okay,
Owen sounds dumb. So I'm not that.
Okay,
and
so
that's-
you're
and that-
strictly like cosmetic.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. And that's valid. My question is when you first brought it up to your husband that you wanted to keep your last name, did he give you any like pushback or was he like, what?
Yeah,
Excuse me?
initially when I was like, I don't know if I'm going to change my last name, it wasn't like, whoa, it's the least you could do. It was like, oh, really? I always saw you as changing your last name. And I was like, okay, why? And he told me, and he was like, why do you want to keep it? And I told him. And so I guess I shouldn't have said that it's purely cosmetic because that's only one part of it. The other part of it is rooted in why that happens in the first place. What happens is women are given the last name of their father, and then they're the property of their father. And when they get married, you pay money, you give a goat, you give land, whatever else, and then you are given this bride to your family and you assume the last name of your husband. This is not a motherfucking trans property. So no.
I mean, if I knew that we were going to break down the ridiculous institution that is marriage, I would have brought my notes because
I'm sorry, I
marriage is
should have sent
fucking
you a message.
stupid.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But some people,
It's
I mean,
fuck-
I won't
For
say
some
that
people, it means
'cause-
a lot to them,
Yeah.
and I'm not one of them. But like, since it means a lot to my partner, I was like, of course I'll do this with you.
See,
I'm gonna be here anyway. So if you want to get the government involved, that's fine.
yeah. And Alyssa,
Typical move.
Alyssa's the same way. Alyssa, like, she wants to get married because I've never really wanted to get married, but like, it's not that big of a deal for me to get married. Like, it's not putting me
Exactly.
out.
So when we
But-
going ring shopping?
Soon. Next time you in Denver, come on, man. But she also does not want to keep her last name. And like for her own personal reasons, like she just, it's not something that she would want to keep. So like she would keep because I asked her, like if you would want to like hyphenate it or, and she's just like, no, it's Murray. And
Yeah.
I mean, the good thing with us is our initials don't change. So,
Yeah.
she'll still be
Yeah,
AM, I'll
that's
still
good.
be MMM. Like it's all good.
That's important.
Yeah.
And I
man.
feel like that's
The
the other part
initial.
too. Like for some people, it's really tied to their identity. And like we got to a point, me and my partner, where I was like, I'm not giving up the name that I already have. I'm willing to add your name to my name, which is a very Latino thing to do.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when kids are born, they get their mother and their father's
Yeah,
last
they
names.
hyphenate their names for sure.
They hyphenated.
And so like, there's just all these different ways of going about it. And I was like, this is what I could like, here's my compromise, and that's what I'm bringing to the table. And that was actually the plan. But then we got married. I'm not a married person. Like I didn't want a big ass wedding or nothing like that. So we ended up kind of halfway eloping and just getting married in a park with
That's
3
cute.
guests. And then it was like, we looked into how much it costs in the process of changing the name. And it was kind of like, well, that's dumb and a waste of money. So never mind. And we're
Yeah.
chilling.
Hell yeah.
another thing is I don't know what percentage is. Hold on. Sorry, I gotta Google.
We need a screen
Uh,
man.
You need a screen
we
man.
do,
yeah.
we do need,
for
yeah.
real.
So another thing is
Wait, can't Eric hear
statistically,
a screen?
yeah, but I don't need to. I already looked it up.
Okay.
Statistically, almost 50% of marriages end in divorce. My homegirl is getting divorced right now, and
Which
she
one?
is.
Why are you pushing up on her, Alex? Leave her alone.
I'm just curious. I
She's
just want to know.
We don't gotta say her name. She's going through a divorce. She don't need Alex in her mentions.
Yeah, she's just on you.
In her DMs.
Hey, I heard about you. If you need
I'm
a
sorry.
shoulder to
Yeah,
cry
Alex,
on.
Pants Daddy, what up, bro?
But she's like going through this entire hassle of like her getting her name changed. Like she's still going through the divorce. She's still going through the divorce, and she's kind of always hated having. Although, and this is probably going to reveal who it is, but she was married to a woman, and she took her last name.
Oh. Okay.
But it's still kind of the same thing, you know. Like the other woman was the more masculine figure, so they still kind of did it in a pseudo traditional way. Um, but she says she's like always hated her last name. She hates that she still has it, even though they're going through like a messy ass divorce, and it's a hassle trying to get her name back. So it's easy. It's an easy problem to avoid. You just don't have to do it. Like, especially if you don't even want the name in the first place. But a lot of people, and I include myself in that, because uh, I include myself in what I'm about to say, and I'm losing my train of thought right now. Um,
Think.
Moving on. Oh, okay. What
Next
I was gonna
topic,
say
or
is, some people. No. Some people just go along with things because it's traditional. And I did that because I never saw myself fucking getting married, because marriage is stupid. And I've always thought that. But I only did it because I'm like, well, that's what you.
Hey,
What
what
up,
up?
Randall?
What up, Randall?
What up, What's good?
What's up? How y'all doing? Marriage is
Hey,
dumb.
man.
Like, she ain't that bad.
Yeah, I fuck with it.
It is dumb.
But you know
but
the institution.
you
Yeah.
still you do it. You know. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
we do, but we're just together. We're married because taxes are easier.
Yeah. Y'all just y'all
Oh.
That
roommates.
tax credit, boy.
Yeah, and then you have kids. You got kids. You get some paper back. Outside
Right.
of that,
I've heard.
yeah. Wait, who said that?
That tax credit is that should hit different, I gotta say.
And the extra
Dang.
stimmy, boy.
Oh yeah, the
Oh
extra.
yeah, y'all do the extra.
Dang.
Yeah.
The
Y'all
what?
got extra stimmy?
Bruh,
Yeah, they do.
go ahead.
Oh,
and
What?
look
the,
at
the
it.
child
Okay.
tax, the child tax credit. Oh yeah, that shit's been hitting for a minute.
I'm
Hit a
calling
few
Alyssa
past the
right
road
now.
and get you some
That
paper.
shit's been hitting for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Let me find baby girl right now.
And I got three. I got three of them Jones.
Dang, Eric, you
Um,
paid.
Hey, let me hold some.
Yeah, let me hold the kid.
Yeah,
Why am I
just
still
borrow the
broke?
kid. Just start claiming
Why
them
am
on
I
your
still
taxes.
broke?
Yeah, I mean, they give that money for a reason.
Exactly, because we
Yeah.
need it.
That goes into the larger issue, though. The American system is broken.
I agree.
We not making enough money. You're a single father. You should be able to provide, and also, not feed your kids
I mean,
just chicken
I can't,
tenderloin.
bro. If you don't get,
Potato soup ain't hitting like it used to. I'm sorry, man.
they eat sleep for dinner. You know what I mean? Sometimes it just be like that. Shit,
Syrup sandwiches?
We in the trenches out here.
Hell yeah.
Can you go somewhere, Zuko? I'm tired of petting you. Go away with you. Go.
Away with you, beast.
Zuko out.
Get out of my room. Yeah. So, yeah, it is broken, and we all fall into tradition, and we all get, well, not all of us, but I feel like Americans especially get stuck in tradition when it comes to a lot of shit. They're always on some, well, it's always been this way, so why change it now? And but
Mhm.
you know, because it's causing fucking problems. Like a big one is gun control, like that type of shit. Like, and unfortunately,
Let's just deconstruct the whole
I-
fucking
Well, I was gonna say, like,
American
I
way of
actually
life.
disagree. I don't think our system is broken. I think it's working exactly how it was intended, but that's the problem.
Yeah, fair.
yeah, especially with the
It's
justice
rooted in
system,
systemic
the justice
racism.
system.
So
Yeah,
it wasn't made from its inception for us to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're just more woke now. And so we find a larger issue with this. Maybe not even a larger issue, but we can fucking point it out more. I don't know, man.
Like,
especially
we were able to describe it
especially with
better.
gun control. Yeah, gun control.
Well, and
'Cause-
gun control, yeah, that's a crazy thing, especially with
Yeah.
like that just goes into how like sick so many of us are in the US, like where people are prompted to take a gun to like a school and shoot up people. You know what I mean?
Dude.
This isn't an issue that you see in other countries. Even other countries that have guns, we have this culture of guns and a
Mhm.
culture of like just like flagrant guns.
Do y'all
And-
remember like? Sorry to interrupt you, but do y'all remember like that? What was that? Like 2 years ago when we was having like a mass shooting like every week.
Yeah.
every week, and then
Yeah.
COVID hit.
Yeah, and then COVID hit.
Yeah. He's not sorry.
Yeah, he said sorry to interrupt you. He's not sorry.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. He's welcome. He can
No,
be a guest one day if he wants.
No, she's talking about you interrupting me.
Oh, I'm not. I am sorry, Marcus.
All right.
I respect you, Marcus.
He lying.
I am.
Also,
lying.
that juice you're drinking, Marcus, this whole time I've been like, that should look good as fuck. What is that?
It's alcohol, actually. I wish it was juice.
You know what it looks like?
What does it look like? Apple juice?
You ever see you ever watch Black Mirror?
Yes. What
Okay,
episode?
on the White Christmas episode, the
Haven't
first
seen that
part
one.
of it.
Yes,
Oh,
it
shit.
does look like that.
Doesn't it look like that? Every time he puts it up, I'm like, this nigga's drinking poison. I know it.
I mean, it is. It's alcohol.
It literally
it's
looks like
triple sec
fucking poison.
tequila. It's triple sec tequila and White Claw. So it is poison.
That's the Black Mirror poison drink. We're naming it here, the BMPD.
It's real fruity though. It's nice. It's nicer than I thought it would be.
Where'd you even come up with that?
Yo, that brings me to the next topic. I have a mixed drink book dropping soon. Be on the
Ooh.
lookout.
Oh, do
Wait,
you?
There are
Really?
illustrations? Like,
Yeah,
yours
with
truly?
with like cool
Nice.
illustrations. There,
Dude, that sounds
I-
fucking
I don't know
dope.
if the drinks are actually good, but I really like drink. I have like a couple of mixed drinks. That was my COVID hobby, and I was like mixing up drinks and shit. Yama knows.
Can I pre-order a copy?
Hell yeah,
I'm definitely trying to get that. That sounds
Trying
fucking
to get one too.
fire.
it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be
I
fun.
need that.
Yeah, I got y'all.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, do y'all want to talk about the Spider-Man movie?
Yeah, I'm down.
Have
Sure.
y'all seen the Spider-Man movie?
No.
You saw
You've
it?
seen it. Okay.
I did.
Okay, all right, yeah. That's 3 out of 4 is good. All right, let's talk about it, man. Man, let me tell y'all.
Spoilers ahead.
All right, spoiler.
Wait, Alex, are you okay with us talking about
Yeah,
the movie?
I don't
Yeah, he's-
care.
he's
I'm
cool.
gonna
He's
watch it. Yeah,
Alex
I'm
doesn't care
gonna
about.
watch it.
Okay, yeah. Spoilers for the new Spider-Man movie ahead. If you haven't watched it by now, you can burn in hell.
That's right.
You can fucking burn in hell.
Alex is going to burn right now. That's where he went.
Exactly.
All right, so
but
let-
yeah, go ahead,
let me-
Marcus.
Let me just say, this is I'm gonna try to be as short as possible with this. I saw the movie, but at student drop off on Monday, one of the parents gave me a bottle of Patron. I was fucking faded seeing Spider-Man, and I don't remember the first maybe 20 minutes. So let me just say that.
Bro, what the fuck?
Oh, you're okay then. You're okay.
The Christmas party of the school was after work. I had the Patron in a plastic water bottle that I took to the holiday party. So I was faded. Alyssa picked me up. We went to the movie theater. I ordered a bunch of shit that couldn't be prepared right away. So I missed 5 minutes maybe. And then I missed another 15 due to intoxication. That
Okay.
So
being
that's fine
said,
because I missed the last 5 minutes of the movie and the end credit scene.
so we match up. So with
Yeah,
me
we're
and you
good.
together, 2 people out of this pod have seen this movie.
Yeah.
Me and
I missed
you
the-
as one person, and then Eric as one.
I missed the. Yeah, we can fit the pieces together. Yeah. But my memory is very shoddy. So there's only certain parts of the movie that I remember. So I might count as half a person too, because I don't remember what happens at the beginning of the movie.
All right. So
Okay, so I think the movie was, we're just gonna jump right in.
yeah,
Just-
I think
let's
the
get
movie
into
was
it.
like a half hour too long. Because I promise you the beginning of the movie wasn't that
God,
important.
I don't remember it.
the beginning
So
of the
clearly it
movie,
wasn't that important.
No, the beginning of the movie was like a recap kind of the last one because Spider-Man 2 Far From Home ended with J. Jonah Jameson revealing Spider-Man's identity.
You mean Mysterio? Oh,
Jake Gyllenhaal
Mysterio
is
and
Mysterio.
Well,
yeah.
so Mysterio does it, but like he leaks it, right?
He puts
Or
it on the
Oh,
yeah,
God,
yeah.
Yeah. And so the first like probably 30 minutes of the movie is the fallout from that choice by J. Jonah Jameson, where Spider-Man has to grapple with his secret identity being revealed, and then also his personal life at school, where he's now seen as Spider-Man. Flash Thompson's fucking has written a book.
And his hair
Oh yeah.
is horrible.
Yeah. In the midst of all the craziness, Tom Holland's Spider-Man is really just trying to find some semblance of an average teenage life. And he knows that he can never go back. He's a superhero. And the world knows he's a superhero.
Yeah. Also, he's trying to get into college with his friends.
Oh, right. Yeah.
He tries to that kind of like leads into like the first major part of the movie when he tracks down like the superintendent on the bridge, and then Doc Ock comes out. Speaking of which,
You're
I'm
missing
just
a
gonna
huge
say,
part.
Yeah. You missed the whole Doctor Strange. That guy didn't just come out.
oh yeah, he didn't just come out of nowhere. You're right. Peter tried to cast the spell. Oh yeah, you're right. Because they couldn't get into the same college, Peter tried to cast a spell, or Peter tried to have Doctor Strange cast a spell in order to have everybody forget that he's Spider-Man, but only because they didn't get into the same college, which I feel
Because
like
they couldn't get into any college.
yeah.
I feel like that was dumb on Doctor Strange's part.
Yeah, what
Like-
the fuck was he doing?
Well,
Like,
that
you're-
just goes into the arrogance of Doctor Strange, who thinks that he can
That's a
literally
good
do
point.
He'll fix
anything.
everything.
That's a good
And-
point.
You know, he might be feeling a little inadequate because he's no longer the Sorcerer Supreme due to the blip.
You're making
Now
great
Wong
points.
is Sorcerer Supreme.
He does, but Doctor Strange he does seem like, I feel like he comes off as like omnipotent because he has such like a like wide variety, like a plethora of powers.
Yeah.
He seems like he can do anything. Like that's such a random fucking spell to just know, like have everybody forget that I'm like that Peter Parker. That's so specific. and so
it's reality
random.
bending. Yeah.
And he just he could
Did you
just
watch
do it.
What If,
Like
Eric?
I sure did, yeah.
Okay. So then you
Mhm.
know like the extent that Doctor Strange
Yes.
essentially, because of What If, we know that Doctor Strange in every like iteration that he's a sorcerer is capable of doing entirely everything. You know what I
Pretty
mean?
much, yeah.
Like that's where his power's at, and it's driven by the arrogance of his character. You know, being a
Hubris.
whatever, like a heart surgeon. And so that's more on display than ever. I mean, he beat Thanos. Like he's the one that decided that
He-
out of a million alternate realities, that there's one in which they win against Thanos having all the Infinity Stones, and therefore, in order to conduct that, certain things have to happen. And so he set the Avengers on that path to beat Thanos. I'd have a big head too. You know what I mean? I'd be doing
Yeah.
crazy. I'd be doing crazy stupid spells.
He
Like-
got a lot of accolades under his belt. I mean, he just want to flex. Like he
Yeah.
became a fucking super powerful sorcerer in no time.
because he didn't sleep and he was astral projecting books and shit.
Yeah. Like, did nobody else think of that?
Yeah.
could-
Did nobody else think about that? That's fucking kind of wild.
That would have been my first fucking thought. Like, keep learning shit. Keep learning spells. It seems like the other wizards or sorcerers are just like, man, I know enough. And he's just like, I need to know it all. Which
Yeah.
that's kind of how that What If episode when he was like, I need to know it all.
Yeah, because
I haven't seen that.
in the What If, basically, there's a fixed point in time where the love of his life dies. He, because of his hubris, decides that this destiny is not for him, and he goes out of his way to become so powerful and omnipotent so that the love of his life doesn't die. And in the end, he becomes evil because he's absorbed like a bunch of evil entities.
But he gets it done.
He gets it done, but he also destroys his universe. He destroys the reality that he's in while encasing himself in a bead. And then we see him at the end of Doctor Strange at the end of the post-credit scene for the Multiverse of Madness. But that's getting ahead of ourselves. Doctor Strange cast a spell.
He cast a spell and it went awry. Peter kept trying to change the fucking stipulations of the spell, and it ended up fucking up Doctor Strange's entire thing, and then it blew up, altering reality, and Doctor Strange had to contain it. But even though he contained it, it still like let a few people into the universe that didn't belong there, such as Dr. Octopus, the Green Goblin, Sandman, Electro. Who else?
The Lizard.
The Lizard, yeah. The Lizard. And also the two previous Spider-Men played by Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield.
And also,
did y'all like also Venom? Yeah. Also Venom was there. Like he wasn't in the movie, but he was there.
Venom was in Mexico.
He was just around. He was in Mexico just chilling.
That's the funniest thing because it's supposed to be the Sinister Six, and the Sinister Six will sometimes include Venom in the comics, but the Venom that they took from wasn't Flash Thompson's Venom for one, and so it wasn't like it was Eddie Brock, and so it was like a like kind of an anti-hero Venom who decided to who had a fixation with fucking Spider-Man, but decided to stay in Mexico.
Yeah, he didn't give a shit.
But you saw also, that like a little piece of him like ended up on
the piece of the symbiote, which could allude to Flash Thompson actually becoming Venom.
Yeah,
he could.
You want to know something that happened in the theater that Randall did? He turned to me and he said, "Oh, Ned's gonna become Hobgoblin and try to kill Tom Holland in the later Spider-Man movie." And I'm like, "Fuck you! How dare you?"
I've seen that theory, but I don't understand it.
I think Ned is more likely to become a wizard now.
That's what it seems like.
And the Green Goblin in this movie was more of the Hobgoblin than he was the Green Goblin. And that's purely based on his costume. His costume was a Hobgoblin costume, but
no, it wasn't.
Yeah,
it was like with the hood, and the tattered clothes. So he was more of a Hobgoblin, but I feel what Randall was saying. Like,
well, I wasn't feeling it because we were in the theater. Like, don't fucking ruin the movie.
Yeah, no, I feel that too. But also, like, that goes to the point. Also, throughout the movie, we see that Ned has a proclivity towards magic. Even says to Doctor Strange at one point that his grandma used to be. There used to be magic in his family. His grandma, when they go to his grandma's house, has knives on the wall, and there is evidence that points to her actually being like a previous sorcerer because of her weapons and her proclivity towards magic. So yeah, Tom Holland Spider-Man cast a spell unsuccessfully. MIT admissions counselor or whatever is on the highway and then the Sinister Five attack Spider-Man, who they think is their Spider-Man, but is actually Tom Holland Spider-Man and not Andrew Garfield or what's that? Tobey Maguire.
So Maguire. What did y'all think of like the reveal of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield
I
coming
loved it.
in? Yeah, it was funny.
I
as
loved
fuck.
it. I
It was
wanted
really
to cry.
fucking funny. I
Bro,
Okay,
Tobey
well, I
I did
did.
too.
I'm a crybaby.
See? And
There's
Tobey
a
Maguire's
few
Spider-Man.
parts in that movie.
So poignant.
Absolutely. Yeah, like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is like the one that I grew up with. I mean, as a kid, I would just watch movies on DVD over and over again, and it was always Spider-Man 2 and Harry Potter 4. And so seeing Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man as like kind of like a middle-aged adult, like that hit hard.
Mhm.
And also the fact that he was ostracized because he creates his web and everybody else has to make
Oh my
web
god, that shit
cartridges.
was fucking
shit had me
I'm so glad they
crying.
addressed
Also, I
that
was
shit.
disgusted when they were like, does it come out anywhere else? And I'm like, bro, I know we're all thinking. Why are we asking?
Maybe they meant his
Yo.
thorax.
The shit, it's hilarious. And kind of going back and forth when Spider-Man has the encounter with Doctor Strange and they're like essentially fighting, and then Spider-Man is pushed out of his body and his body is still working. That shit was tight because
wondering what
Didn't
that
that
meant.
happen to that happened to somebody else? Did that happen to the Hulk or did that happen to Doctor Strange? Yeah, the Sorcerer Supreme did that to Doctor
not
Strange.
the Hulk. No,
Or the Hulk?
well, so
To both of them. It happened to both of them,
to
but I don't
both of
think
them.
anybody else's body was.
nobody
so
else was able to
working.
move. And
I think
at-
that
at-
was due to his spider sense.
yes, and in this movie there's like evidence that the spider sense is a bigger power than what it's like alluded to initially, because
Mm.
in the comic books the spider sense connects all these like spider people together across the multiverse, and so it's like
That's
really
what
cool to
happens in
see.
the Miles Morales one.
Exactly. And that's what's cool, because there's Madam Spider, who is also like kind of like this spiritual spider sense woman in the comics, who's like ultra powerful and can see the threads across the multiverse. And also what's his name? Eddie Brock. Eddie Brock knows Spider-Man's identity because the symbiote knows of Spider-Man across the multiverse, because the symbiote is also like sort of an anti-spider sense, in the sense that it's just like an evil version from this character named Noel, but they're all like in recognition of each other. And that's just a rant about how cool it is, because I can't wait to see the future of the spiders.
It was a good ass movie.
Speaking
It
of
was.
Miles
It was.
Morales, I liked when Jamie Foxx's character
Electro.
kind of like
Black,
alluded
man.
to, yeah. He like alluded to a
is
black
Eric
Spider-Man.
lagging for y'all?
Yeah, what's he saying?
Eric, Eric, start over. Start over. You were lagging.
Man, no.
All right then.
My internet's fucked up.
I know, man.
This shit is racist somehow. I don't know how, but I'm gonna figure it out. But yeah, I was saying, I don't know what I was saying. Anyways, can we talk
No, you were
about
saying-
how?
Can I finish what you were saying?
Yeah, go ahead.
You were saying that it was funny that Electro always assumed that Spider-Man was black because he was
Yeah.
from Queens, which is also a plot hole, because the spell was only supposed to bring people who knew Spider-Man's identity as being Peter Parker. If Electro didn't know, how did he get pulled in?
Why did he get
And-
there?
And in the movies, he never knew Peter Parker's actual identity. So it's just a weird, I don't know.
That's a
Hmm,
great
maybe
point.
next
That's
time.
a huge plot hole.
Yeah.
You should put that on Twitter. I'm gonna retweet it.
Okay. Promise.
Can we talk about how? Well, I don't know if you guys agree with it, but I think Willem Dafoe really stole the movie.
That was
Oh,
his
yeah.
movie.
I think he he really outdid himself on this shit.
Willem Dafoe is like one of the best fucking actors. I don't know if y'all have seen The Lighthouse, but he has like this whole fucking
Dude.
rant in The Lighthouse that is just like, it gives me chills. And it's like a 5-minute rant where he's basically cursing Robert Pattinson's character, but William Dafoe can act his ass off, and he's always been like just a really good Spider-Man. That's the thing about the original Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies 1 through 3, is that all those people, like even who plays Dr. Ock, Molina, whatever, they're all really good actors. Like that's how a supervillain should be. A supervillain should have his supervillain speech, and Willem Dafoe, I mean, was just like fucking dastardly throughout the whole movie.
Dude, he was going the fuck in. I was like, man, this nigga is acting his fucking ass off right now. I was not expecting that. I wasn't expecting him to go like that deep into like psychosis with the Green Goblin. Because they don't, I mean, I guess they never really, well, no, they flesh out the Green Goblin a lot. But there's never been like a big picture where we see like how insane the Green Goblin really is. You know what I mean? And I think he nailed it truly. I think everybody was doing a pretty good job this movie. I think everybody was killing it. Even I think Jamie Foxx redeemed himself as Electro. His costume was fucking amazing. Oh my god.
His character costume was way cooler.
1000%. His costume was one of my favorite things about the movie. Like how they like reimagined his original lame ass costume. His costume, like his original costume fucking sucks. But they made it dope. They made it dope as fuck. I was super surprised.
So I never watched the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies. Because I was like, not Toby.
They were good. I mean, honestly,
I like all the Spider-Man movies, honestly.
Same.
A lot of people complain about the Andrew Garfield ones, and they complain. Spider-Man 3 was
Spider-Man 3, Tobey Maguire, when he had the symbiote and he was fucking dancing and started wearing eyeshadow and wearing all black. Like that shit was goofy as fuck.
It was goofy as hell. Venom looked whack.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Aunt May?
R.I.P. Aunt May.
Big R.I.P.
But the acting at the end, I was just like, this can't be happening.
She was doing it. Oh my god, that they really outdid. I can't stop talking about how they outdid themselves. Like that whole death scene was like, different somehow. Like
Well, yeah, that shit.
It would have been easy to. It would have been easy to just see her get impaled by the fucking glider, but we didn't see it impale her. We thinking, oh, they're about to get out of here. She cool. I thought she died. Like,
I thought she just had like a, what is that, surface wound or whatever.
Yeah,
well, like a flesh wound. Yeah,
there it is.
Nope, she dead. That was super
sad.
And
to the death, she was like, "We do what's right."
I big teared up in the theater.
And she said, "With great power, there must also come great responsibility."
Mm-hmm.
She changed it up a little bit, but that's how it was said in the first time it was ever said in the comics. That's how she said it.
Yep. Illusions. Yep.
Shout out to Marissa Tomei.
Right, my cousin Vinny. We love her forever and always.
She went into damn. They were doing it in this one. Another. I mean, it's not really. I guess you could consider it an Easter egg. I don't know, but they brought back what's his name? Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock.
Yes, and sir.
Daredevil.
I audibly yelled in the fucking theater, dude. Man, that shit made me so fucking happy because the Daredevil series on Netflix was so fire. It was ridiculously good.
Eric, have you watched Hawkeye at all?
No.
In Hawkeye, so Hawkeye is crazy because they both happen like around the same time, and Hawkeye is weekly. But the week before this movie came out, they revealed that the Kingpin was in Hawkeye. the Matt
For
Murdock's
real?
Kingpin.
The same Kingpin?
The same Kingpin. What is it? DeOrfino or whatever, the guy from fucking Law and Order from back in the day. So, because he stole Daredevil for me. Like when he was
Oh
revealed,
yeah.
I was like, what?
Dude,
and his performance
yes.
was nuts.
Oh my
So,
god.
He's the Kingpin in Hawkeye. And then at the same time that Hawkeye's debuting on Wednesdays, literally the Wednesday before the Friday that the Spider-Man came out, you had Kingpin. And then you had fucking what's his name? Matt Murdock's Daredevil, the latest.
Mm-hmm.
And that show on Netflix, that's like one of my favorite Marvel
It was so
pieces of media
fucking
ever.
good. I remember
My God.
I turned on the first episode, not really thinking it was gonna be much. I love Daredevil. Like I've always loved Daredevil, like the comic books. I like the Daredevil movie, even though it was.
Oh, with Ben Affleck?
Yeah, I liked it, but the movie was a piece of shit. But there's a lot of piece of shit movies that I like Spider-Man 3. That movie sucked, but I liked it. But yeah, I've always been a Daredevil fan. And when that shit dropped on Netflix, I was in awe. Like the combat was unmatched. Like nobody was topping that shit that they were doing in that series. Okay, so Daredevil, what other do they have? Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Iron Fist.
And then the Defenders season.
The first seasons of Daredevil and Jessica Jones and Luke Cage were all fire. Then they started kind of. I fucked with Luke Cage heavily. I loved it.
It was
I didn't fuck with Jessica Jones or Luke Cage like that, but Daredevil definitely, and then Luke Cage by extension. Iron Fist is definitely at the bottom of my favorites from that because I didn't really like
Kenny
the
Rand,
Knight of Flowers,
the person who played him.
Yeah, the Knight of Flowers from fucking Game of Thrones. I didn't like his character and his white privilege. Let's be real.
Yeah, I wasn't fucking with that at all. I do like Hawkeye though. Like that's one of my favorite superheroes.
You should watch the show. The show's really
Hawkeye?
good.
Not Hawkeye. That's not what I meant.
Oh, Daredevil.
I meant Iron Fist. I don't know why I said. I said it because I looked at the word Hawkeye, but I like
his comic book character.
I almost said it again. Yes. I read all the Iron Fist comic books.
Okay.
But I was not fucking with this show at all. I think Daredevil. Oh, also we forgot about the Punisher. The Punisher was fire too.
Oh right. Damn, Netflix really had a.
I don't know how I forgot the Punisher. That's one of my favorite shows of all time. Period.
It's because we repressed it. As people of color, we've repressed that symbol for the Punisher. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's got such an. It's a cool symbol, but it's got such negative connotations these days. Even
1000%.
the actor came out and was like, "Yo, white, fucking what's it called? Supremacy is whack. I don't want the Punisher." And now they've changed the look of the Punisher in the latest Marvel comics.
Shouts out to that dude who played the Punisher. I can't think of his name right now.
I don't know.
But
he was from Walking Dead, right?
The fucking Punisher.
Yeah,
the Walking Dead dude. Yeah. Yeah, he was phenomenal as the Punisher. When they revealed him in Daredevil season 3, that prison scene was best scene on fucking TV for the longest time. Also, yeah. So I don't know if this means that they're going to like try to fuse these universes. I have no idea, but
it's hard to say.
I mean, they're in there.
Daredevil was like definitely heavily R-rated. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I say that to say
made
this.
It good.
So was Deadpool. Deadpool was overtly R-rated, and Deadpool has been confirmed
point
to be in the MCU. You know what I mean? And so
that's a great point.
I guess. Did I say Deadpool or did I say Daredevil?
You said Deadpool.
Yeah, Deadpool. So Deadpool is confirmed to be in the MCU. So the Daredevil being in there, it's easy to just like not look back and just have these same actors because the guy who played Matt Murdock killed it. The guy who played Wilson Fisk killed it. Like those performances were like top tier. You know what I mean? and like it'd be hard to recast that. I'm also happy for him because I really
Agreed.
enjoyed those characters. I don't want to see them like retconned and then have to deal with,
They got hold.
huh?
They got hold with the Netflix shit with
Oh.
Disney taking over Marvel.
Yeah, because Disney didn't get Fox until after like later. Yeah, you're right. I agree. They got hoed, man. As the kids say, they got hoed.
Yeah.
Good talk.
Well, speaking of hoes, should we get into episode 6 of the live action show Cowboy Bebop?
Let's not even
Oh,
bother, man.
I have to go because I'm gonna watch it, and I am not Alex. I don't want the spoilers.
Fair enough.
Have you started it?
No.
Let's have her back on
Yeah,
after she finishes. No. Don't even say anything. Come back after you finish all the episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool. Yeah, let me know when you finish, and then we could.
Yeah, let us know when you finish. We're
How
gonna
many
have you back
episodes
on.
is it?
I think it's
10?
45 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well,
Thanks
it was
for being
great
on.
having you.
Yes.
It was great having you, Tay.
Love you good.
You wanna drop your you got Twitter?
I do. I actually just
Drop your
recently got back
Twitter.
on it. This is my third time with Twitter. Hopefully,
Hey, follow
it's
me on
ending.
Twitter.
Yeah, because I remember you and Randall both had Twitter at one point.
And then we got off for our mental health.
I understand.
Because Twitter's a toxic place, man.
Twitter's a different
Hey,
place.
Our Twitter is nice though. Our Twitter is woke. It's not that toxic. It's nice. Follow us. We'll help your timeline.
I'm doing good. I got
Follow
11
her.
followers. I only really know one of them, so I feel like that means something.
That's your tag for Instagram too, right?
My Instagram is a little bit different. It has a period.
Okay. Follow Tay at _incognita
That's
on
such a
Twitter.
Did you just call me? No,
and-
I'm just kidding.
That name is fire.
Thank you.
So it's incognita period on Instagram.
No, I got you. I'm putting it in the chat.
Oh, follow her on Instagram at _period incognita. Do you speak Spanish?
I do.
Oh,
Big
okay.
We
Puerto
should've just-
Rican energy.
We should have just done this in Spanish.
Spanish pod.
Oh,
No, we
'Cause, yo,
shouldn't, though.
Well, never mind. I only know.
Alex. No, we
I'm
shouldn't.
good. I don't know Spanish like that. Yo
Um,
hablo español. Sí,
Okay.
Yes, you
claro.
do? See, Claire, of course I do.
Sí.
I feel it.
I know a little
Yeah.
bit. I've spent a lot of time in Latin America. You mean?
I've been
Oh,
seeing
I
you on
wish.
Duolingo getting it popping, Marcus.
That's for Brazil because I've spent many a summer in Brazil, but
Are you wealthy? What is this?
no, I backpack. I backpack
Oh.
on like $15.
Okay,
Yeah. But that being said, I followed you on Twitter. Follow me back.
I will. Y'all be good. Merry holidays.
Peace.
Yeah,
Merry
Thanks for being on our
holidays. We
podcast.
appreciate it.
Yes, thanks
Merry
for having
happy.
me.
Really be back anytime.
All right, bye.
Peace.
Bye.